Thanks, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations to the nominees. The next time this committee meets, it will be to consider the nomination of Todd Blanche to be Attorney General of the United States. Mr. Blanche is President Trump's former personal lawyer, and in his role as Deputy Attorney General and Acting Attorney General, he has continued to play that role. Throughout his tenure at the Justice Department, Mr. Blanche has used the department as a shield to protect the president and his MAGA allies and a sword to attack the president's opponents. He's led the cover-up of the Epstein files. As former Attorney General Pam Bondi herself has explained, Mr. Blanche was, quote, in charge of the process and the entire release of the Epstein files. Mr. Blanche also established the $1.8 billion slush fund for January 6 cop beaters. And Mr. Blanche personally signed a document to provide the president and his family and his businesses with immunity from federal tax law violations. Immunity. Mr. Blanche has treated the Justice Department like a criminal defense firm whose sole client is Donald Trump. And he has abused the awesome prosecutorial power of our nation's top law enforcement agency to target anyone who dares to cross the president. This includes baseless and vindictive investigations or indictments of members of the Federal Reserve, former FBI Director James Comey, and the Southern Poverty Law Center, to name a few. The President and Mr. Blanche's efforts to fill the department with loyalists extend far beyond Washington. They have repeatedly bypassed this committee to illegally appoint U.S. attorneys whose resumes prove their devotion to the MAGA movement rather than any experience or integrity. This leads me to the subject of blue slips. Last week, Chairman Grassley stated that as long as he is chairman, this committee will continue to require blue slips from home state senators before considering district judges and U.S. attorney nominations. I am thankful that Chairman Grassley shares my commitment to preserving the blue slip. But the chairman inaccurately accused Democrats of obstruction for refusing to return blue slips for some nominees. Now the rest of the story. For the past 18 months, the committee has considered nominees to fill dozens of judicial vacancies in red states that Republican senators held open for years by refusing to return blue slips during the previous administration. Many Senate Republicans, though not all, engaged in unprecedented obstruction despite good faith efforts by the Biden White House to fill vacancies. Consider this. During the Trump administration, Senate Democrats returned, the first Trump administration, Senate Democrats returned 130 blue slips for Trump district court nominees. This led to the confirmation of 84 of these nominees, almost half of all the Trump district court judges in his first term. However, during the Biden administration, Senate Republicans returned only 54 blue slips, 130 for Democrats, 54 for Republicans, leading to the confirmation of 32 district court judges, less than 30% of all Biden district court judges. While I encourage Senate Democrats to work in good faith with this administration to fill vacancies in their state, it needs to be a two-way street. This administration's approach frequently involves the president or White House announcing nominees as a take-it-or-leave-it proposition with zero prior consultation with home state senators. The Trump administration has tried to install nominees in U.S. Attorney's Office in states like New York, New Jersey, and Virginia with no attempt to consult the Democratic senators representing those states. Many of these individuals have been disqualified from serving as U.S. attorneys after courts found their appointments were unlawful. And many are simply unqualified to serve as U.S. attorneys, including individuals with zero criminal experience and whose principal qualification is political. Blue slips are an important part of the Senate's constitutional duty of advise and consent, and in the face of lawless administration, they help senators defend the integrity of U.S. attorneys' offices and the independence of our judiciary.
What Senator Dick Durbin is doing here is much bigger than criticizing one nominee or one administration. He's trying to make the case that the Justice Department itself is at a crossroads. Throughout his remarks, Durbin argues that the issue isn't simply whether Todd Blanche has the legal credentials to become Attorney General. The question, from Durbin's perspective, is whether the nation's top law enforcement officer can truly serve the Constitution if he is perceived as being deeply loyal to the president who appointed him.